Oh god, the Callista stats. Oh,
Nice. Oh no. Oh no. Let's
yikes.
just pretend. Let's just cover that up, real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
well, earlier seasons they were a lot better. Lamau.
Tell me what's going on with the champion pool and ranked and all that stuff. Give
Okay.
me the gist of it.
Okay. So I played a lot of crit 80 carries. I started playing crit 80 carries like when I played AD basically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I basically stuck with that playstyle even like when I didn't play crit 80 carries. So I started losing a lot of games, and I tried to pick up Ezreal and Lucian, Draven. Um, so right now, as you can see, I'm playing a lot of Ezreal to try and practice.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not playing Ezreal, I'm either playing Lucian, tried a little Vayne. Basically, I'm just playing whatever's meta.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Ezreal is pretty good, especially if you can play him well. So, I assume you have some Ezreal games for me then.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
see.
The first one is an Ezreal game. I haven't really thought of any other game, so we can just pick whatever.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, we can see your reactions too. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Well, I guess as we're looking at this, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses, or
Okay, so
what do you think you need to work on? Slash, what do you think you're not so good at? Slash, what do you think you're
um,
good at?
so
The
according
rundown.
to my op.gg, I'm really horrible at farming, uh, and I feel like I'm decent at team fights, but I'm just bad at laning. I actually wanted to ask you, like, how when you smurf on like in low elo, how you consistently like get 5-0 in lane or whatever? Because I feel like if my support isn't like landing hooks or whatever, I'm just a farming bot. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. So, kind of the idea behind, consistently finding leads and stuff like that is basically comes with clean gameplay, right?
Okay.
Like how many mistakes do you make? Slash, how many mistakes can you punish in lane? And it's not necessarily true that you can always punish. You know what I mean? There's not always
Yeah.
going to be a punish, but um, for example, let's like take a kind of a bad example here. Like, let's say Zyra's sitting in this bush and you hit her with a Q, right? It's not necessarily
Hmm.
that it's gonna win you the lane, but the higher ranked players can do this every time, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden Zyra has 10 health, and then they have to base or something like that. So boom, you get
Okay.
like a CS advantage out of that, or something like that. Or maybe Bard gets the roam, so maybe your jungle kills the enemy jungle, or it helps with the invade, or roams mid, or anything along those lines, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the idea behind finding or rather having a good lane phase is consistency in what you're trying to do, right?
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard to do stuff, right? But this, I mean, so far what we're seeing is totally fine, right?
Yep.
um
Okay.
See, it's like stuff like this where this is how, if you feel like you can't get a lead, it's because you're doing stuff like this, or rather
Yeah.
you're getting punished for mistakes like this, right? Like all of a sudden you've lost lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now the question is, how do you consistently prevent that? Like, what's the habit to help stop this from happening? What do you think?
Yeah. Um. What I think, like how to
What
stop that? Or
this scenario? Like, what happened in this specific scenario, and what's like the pattern for this?
I got greedy for CS and got snared by Sorry.
Mm,
Well, I didn't even get greedy for CS. I don't even know why I went there.
right. What were you doing? What were you doing here?
Uh.
See, it's important to analyze because this is where habits come into play. Where
Yeah.
if you see this once, we know you do this most of your games, right?
Yeah. Probably. I don't know why I did that. Like looking back, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Right.
There's
So
no
then,
CS. Maybe I tried to get the CS like in the way back at 1 HP.
watch your
But
mouse. This is why first person is really important. Watch your mouse. Watch your mouse.
okay.
Did you see it?
Uh,
Okay.
the instant regret. I don't know.
The instant regret. I mean, besides the instant regret, I guess.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I hover the minion for like a split second, and then I.
Right here, I pause
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I see. I'm trying to poke or something on Syra.
Yeah, you're trying to hit her for some reason, right?
Yeah.
So that's that's like it, right? The habit is you try to hit her, and then you look at this now and you're like, why did I try and hit her? So maybe there's something along the lines of like a habit you could be a bad habit you could be having is like trying to hit them for no reason,
Okay. Yeah.
Right, especially on Ezreal.
Got it.
Like, when are you supposed to auto attack them when it's pretty much free, right? You don't necessarily win trades unless you're like landing Qs. So when you see this picture, you're like, you don't really have a reason to walk up and hit her, right?
Okay.
There's essentially no reason to walk up and hit her unless you're Lee Sin's ganking or something like that, right? So that's kind of like the issue here, or the first habit we're noticing is you tried to hit them when it wasn't good for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
this is what we would call this like a trade, right? So
Yeah.
what tells you that you win this trade from this this picture? Let me see. Just like this right here. What tells you that if you walk up and hit them, you win? If anything.
Well, I can't see any reason why we win this because Bart just uses Q, so we're even an ability down. I don't see why we would ever win this.
Exactly.
Actually.
There's zero chance you win this, right? So that's how you
Yeah.
know, is that you try to do something without, making sure it was good first, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Is one way to look at it as well, right? So like, if this was me and I was analyzing it, I'd be something like, I would say something like, I'm not gonna try and do stuff unless I have a specific reason to do so. Like, let's say you want to trade and you have a Nami and she's gonna wave you, or you have a Janna shield or a Lulu shield or whatever, right? You need to come up with something, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Before you try and hit people. So a lot of the times at this rank, one of the bigger problems people have trying to get into diamond or high platinum or whatever is that they try and force interactions. And
Okay.
most of the time, interacting is let's say it's bad for you to trade. The enemy's first instinct is to hit back, so you just like
Yeah, sure.
automatically lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see. I know what you mean.
So that's like the first thing we're seeing here. So now it's like really hard for you to do something, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's recoverable, we would say. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the CS for now. The CS, unless you're missing like half the CS, then it should be okay, right? So like
Yeah.
something like this. If you want to work on CS, right? You don't want to
Mhm.
you don't want to touch these minions.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just letting crash into the turret.
Exactly. So that's like something that could be a takeaway, is just don't touch anything, right?
Okay.
And that'll help a lot, because notice how you're like trying to like mess with the CS and then they're like hitting you and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
same thing here with the habit, right? Why is this a habit right here?
Because I want to I walk when I missed the Q. I shouldn't have kept walking. I should just like walk back. I
Let's
guess.
say you hit the Q.
Even
Walking
then,
up
I
is
should.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Even
see,
then I
notice
should.
how like the first habit we're seeing is you try and walk up to hit someone, and it's not a good idea, right? You don't
Yeah,
want to.
okay.
You're walking up to hit someone. You need a reason to do so, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe he didn't kill you. You serious? Where's the ignite? Slash.
No clue.
What the hell? That was some nice timing, but
Yeah.
you
it was good,
definitely
dude.
should have died there.
Yeah, I definitely should have. I feel like I should have died the first time I got snared. So,
yeah. Same.
Feels-
I don't know.
feels good, man.
Maybe she has no ignite. I don't know. This is just so notice how like this stuff in lane, like the consistency idea, leads to skirmishes and important events in the game, like this right here. This is gonna be a team fight, and you guys are losing this because you have no HP, essentially.
Yeah.
Right. Your team started at a deficit, even though you might have more people here. You guys, you're like not worth a person in this fight, right? So if
Yeah,
something
yeah.
goes wrong, this is part of this is where it starts, right? You
Yeah,
could
I see.
already say that this is not good because Zillion's losing XP and CS mid. So it's like, oh, this is getting really awkward now. Oh no, never mind. All right. So yeah, so it's just a feels bad, I think, in this lane. So the first step, I think, the first habit you want to break is walking up to auto attack. Like that's
Okay.
that's not something you want to do without a good reason.
Yep.
Otherwise, why wouldn't everyone just do it, right?
Yeah, true.
So you need a reason to walk up and hit someone. So some good reasons would be like, let's say you have more people, so you're baiting
Yep.
him into a gank, or let's say your matchup tells you that you want to fight for some reason. You want to trade because you have healing or sustain, or let's say
Yeah.
you want to all in, so you're gonna walk up to try and look for an all in, right? Anything like that. Ezreal is like the opposite, right? What does Ezreal want to do?
Just poke and farm
I
in
came
lane,
here
get his
for
tier
two
stack.
things.
Right, you're trying to like
Suck
hit them
some
with
hard
Qs
candy
before
suck
you
some
actually like
dicks.
walk up and try and fight someone. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Spectre, thank you for the sub. 10 months. PogChamp. Hi, Saber. How are you? I'm good. All right, let's keep going. Fast forward. This is getting real awkward. You guys need to run. Yeah, this lane is. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at first, but now it's like pretty hard, huh? Goodbye, bud. He dead af. Oh, actually, Draven has no flash.
I came here for two things.
So
To suck
basically,
some hard candy
the lane can just be summed up as you try to hit them, you try to walk up to hit them, and then you lost all your health. So
Yeah.
you've been unable to do something for like the past 8 minutes essentially. So that's like the first thing you want to fix is don't walk up to auto attack unless you have a good reason to do so. Okay.
Yep. Because I wrote it like in the beginning of the game that I wrote to bot basically just try and not die in lane because there's no way we can win a 2v2 against Syra or Draven. So I simply told him like just don't die in lane and try and get out of lane zero like with zero divs, right? So I feel like I focused too hard on not dying instead of
yeah, I think it's less about not dying and more about I don't think that seems to be like the right mindset in terms of how you play this lane out. Let's say this is like double lift and Ole, right? Playing Ezreal and Bard, and these guys are platinum. Do you think their mindset is don't die?
No, probably not. No.
Right? Why is that? Why would their mindset be different?
Because I'm like I don't know, dude. I mean, they're obviously better, so they can win the 2v2. I don't know.
How are they looking to win the 2v2?
By playing the matchup correct.
Yes,
like
exactly.
By poking instead of all in.
Right. So it's not that you can't look for anything. It's that you're only looking for the things you're good at.
Okay.
Right. And anything else is doomed. Right. So things you're good at are, like you said, poking. What is Bard good at? He's gonna land his stun. Right. So you do anything besides that is doomed. What did you do?
I walked up to try and trade 1v2.
Exactly. So we know trading is doomed because it's Draven, and then of course you guys end up losing lane. So that's like it's less about not dying and more about play the matchup as specific as possible, as clean as possible. I want to say.
Yeah, I got what you mean.
And that will make sure you won't die, because how can you die if you play the matchup correctly, right? And it'll also help you look for opportunities as well. Okay, he dies. That's not really your fault. Here comes Lee Sin though. This is easy. Oh no, you didn't notice.
No, I didn't notice. I noticed way too late. I was talking to chat. Damn it.
Oh, this is over. Oh, this is over. This game is doomed essentially. All right, so this is where you're like, okay, this is kind of a go next. This is like you just practice your mechanics, I guess. It's hard for you to do stuff now.
Yeah. Okay.
They were kind of laning is just whenever it's solo queue, laning is the first thing you need to clean up before you can start looking at other stuff, because notice how like they're just running around the map now, right?
Yeah.
But there can be team fights we want to look at too, so we still can come back. It's just really hard to do so. Oh, you definitely don't want to be typing here, Monka S.
Yeah, I was. My ration was
no. Okay, you guys don't want to fight this as well. Oh, that was a 6 stun. Too bad you don't really have anything. Okay, let's back it up.
Yeah,
Why don't you have anything? Did you ulti something?
I usually just ult off cooldown.
Yeah, you kind of want to save that, right?
Well, I just ult off cooldown to like have it quicker back because of Q.
Yeah, but why would you want to use it? Why do you want to use it?
Well, basically, a guy in my chat who's like a master tier Ezreal, he literally just told me like point it at someone and use off cooldown because it's free poke, and you get it back eventually, like 20 seconds later anyway.
Okay, let's take a look at this. All right, so let's say it's free poke, right? Let's say you hit them here, and Draven has a Bloodthirster.
Yeah, he's gonna lifesteal. Yeah, so, he's gonna lifesteal free. I was aiming for Syra anyway.
So so it's like.
But it's not really gonna do anything. I know what you're saying.
It doesn't really make sense. Okay, let me show you the point. You say this is an 80-second cooldown, 90-second cooldown right now, right? Let me show you why this is important. Let me show you why I backed up to this picture. All right, fast forward. Right here. What would you have done with ulti here?
I probably would have used it on 2 stun people.
All right. So what's the difference between what you got earlier and what you got now?
I mean, we could have gotten 2 kills, and instead I got some free poke.
Yeah, and this you're not gonna get your ulti back by pressing Q unless you're like level 16, right? That's not gonna happen, right? So I don't know what that guy told you, but maybe it's just a difference in opinion, but I think it didn't really do anything, right? It wasn't meaningful, right?
He probably meant it more specifically in lane, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe in lane where if you hide in a bush and you hit them and then they have to base, it could be really good. Definitely in the mid game, you need it for these skirmishes or these fights that
Yeah.
break out, right? Especially because
sure.
his ulti got buffed, where
It doesn't reduce damage when hitting
exactly.
Yeah.
You got that. You can you can hit so many people. It's disgusting. You can do so much damage with this. So you know, stuff like this. You know, the whole consistency idea we're talking about when you're like the higher ranked players can get like 5 kills. This is where stuff like this comes into play, where you have good habits in place to prevent mistakes and to punish mistakes. So like
Yeah.
holding on to your abilities will help you punish mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Not walking up outside of your matchup to hit someone outside of your matchup would be preventing mistakes, for example, right? So these are like points in the game where the outcome will greatly affect how the game plays out. Oh, now you're just dead. Feels bad. Oh no. Rest in peace. Oh my! Did you get out?
Yeah,
What the
I
shit?
got it off.
How did these minions not see you? What's going on here?
Well, they did, but I think enemy
That's
team was
insane.
AFK. I don't know.
One thing you want to look at too is if you're behind, you want to get your mirror mana as fast as possible. So
Okay.
that might be something to look at as well.
That's actually, I think I'm a bit confused of like when to build one in Ezreal because he's so versatile.
Mhm.
Like you can build Trinity Gauntlet, like 4 different pair of boots.
Right. So my the way I look at it right now is if they have champions that can't move, like no dashes, then Gauntlet is really good. Same with armor too, right? But that's like the first consideration. But
Okay.
honestly, you know, if the game is if you guys are losing, you need to scale faster. So you want to get the mirror mana as fast as possible so you can get your tier stacked faster, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's basically it. That's my flow chart.
Okay. Sure.
Let's keep going. Let's see what's going on here. Fast forward. We're just clearing mid. That's fine. You want to save ulti all day. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this because I do think that this is an Ezreal. This is a lot of people who play Ezreal have this bad habit of just casting whenever, right?
Okay.
So the reason why you're casting here is why.
They're stacked up so I can hit 3 people.
Right, and specifically.
I aim specifically for Syra, obviously.
Yes. Okay. Right. We're trying to kill this. We're trying to kill this guy. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Sadly, okay. Talk.
Would it have been better to hold on to it or not?
It would definitely have been better to wait for the shield to fall off.
Right, and then when she runs in one direction, you know, then it's like easy. Like here, right here, right. You could say like along this line would be really easy or something like that. So I think you just need to. I think you just need to hold on to it, right? So I have a few examples I can show you that might help a lot. One of Bangs and one of myself, which I was watching last night. And in both cases, the ulti is going to be used to try and kill squishies, right? Especially when you can't miss. Something along those lines. So hold up. Let's talk about this. Besides the mechanics, though, let's talk about this. What's going on here?
Kale is engaging the fight, and we wait. I didn't actually look at the map when we engaged this fight, so I didn't notice TF. Currently we have 4 versus 3, but Bart turns the other way. So I mean, it's kind of like a weird fight.
Right. Why is it weird?
Because it's very split. I think Bart is going for Garen, and me and Kale are going for like 3 people over there, and like I don't even know. It's so split up.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So let's say, what are you guys doing in this picture? What are you and Kale doing in this team fight?
We're focusing Syra, trying to kill her, or well, just Draven or Syra, either.
Okay, you guys are trying to get these guys, right? So at what point, if they right click to their nexus, at what point do you catch up?
Never.
Okay, so that's the first problem.
I could obviously chase with like E, but yeah, probably never.
That's like the first problem is that you're never gonna catch up, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of want to stop there and say you never catch up. But the second idea is, can you win when you do catch up? Like, do you have a plan when you do catch up? Right. Our plan is just
if I catch up alone, no.
Yeah, just like hit a random Q on Zyra or something. I don't know, right? It doesn't make sense. So, those are like the 2 requirements for chasing, right? Is can you catch up to them, and then can you kill them as well, right? Can you actually win the fight when you catch up? So, with that being said, what should you do here? Well, first I will say like the way you recognize this immediately, right? The way we know this like in game as fast as possible is that you have no tools to catch up with, right? You have like no Ash Arrow, Bard has no ulti, right? That kind of stuff. You just have no way to catch up, right? So that's like the first indicator. So then you always look to, let's say if you can't catch up to someone, what should you do instead?
Turn the fight around on either TF or Garen who's behind me.
Okay, that's reasonable, right? Let's say TF and Garen were like, let's say TF and Garen were over here.
And they were all retreating.
Yeah, they were all retreating down this way, right? Let's say everyone was running around. Like, let's say you see this map, right? Let's say they're all going around like this.
Well, Drake isn't up, so we could like probably we have a wave pushing mid, so we could probably get mid turret for free.
Okay, yeah, I'll just hit mid, right? It's easy clap, right?
Yeah.
How come? Why didn't you say do Herald?
Because the enemy team is right next to it.
Yeah, they're just gonna fucking kill you, right? So
Yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't make sense, right? So why can't they just kill you at towers? Because they're too far away.
They're
Right?
too rotated, yeah.
Exactly. So the difference here is very much the idea that you're never gonna get anything by chasing them, unless this is like bronze, right? You're always gonna get something if you go mid.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So there are some ideas at work here, but the big ones are how can you recognize this in the heat of the moment? Oh my god, you actually killed her. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I killed her. Yeah, that was so
Wait,
random.
Holy shit, you sniped the shit out of her. That's pretty funny.
I came here for two things.
I guess y'all are dying now. That's the
to
feels
suck
bad.
some hard candy and suck some dicks.
We could talk about this, but
Yeah,
kinda
that's why I said like before the fight even started, I didn't notice Steve. I didn't. I know in your other guides or like other coaching sessions, you tell people to always look at the minimap before a team fight starts, and I didn't do that.
right.
Because I didn't notice Steve.
We can also talk about mechanical ideas here too, because there are a lot of habits running around, right? Like this one right here, which is, well, if I said it's right here, what is it?
Can you play it again?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep replaying it.
I mean, I E for no reason.
Yes. Okay. So
Like,
it's very
you're
much
close.
you need to save your abilities.
Yeah.
All right. Otherwise, you're just gonna play like you're playing like your champion has no dash
Cooldowns.
or ulti. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like how can you play? Imagine Lee Sin had no ulti. Like how can you play the game when everyone else has an ulti? So it's not that you need to have a perfect ulti every fight. It's that either you're looking for a really good one or you still have it, right? But you never want to be in the position where you use it and it did nothing, right? Like in this case, where if you use it like this and then Bard lands on ulti and it's like, oh shit, right?
True.
Your ulti did not get enough value for it to be worth, let's say. I mean, I guess this is the example right here.
Speaking of the devils.
Yeah, speaking of the devil. I mean, you hit him and he couldn't sustain, so I guess, it would have been the same result, but the difference is that the result would have been the same, but in a different scenario, the result would have been different. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, this Draven's getting hit by everything. But yeah, he's like full HP now, right? So, I think we would prefer to have the ulti here.
Yeah.
For sure.
I see what you mean.
Okay, what's going on here? I think it's the same thing here too. Like, if you think you have a reason, like let's say you need a very good reason to use your ultimate. Like let's say for example, you can hit this guy and you're saying I'm doing poke damage and he has no sustain and you have a guaranteed way to hit him. That's not bad, right? But honestly, I would probably still save it even then because you want to kind of get more than just hitting them with it. You want to this first bit of damage. It's like okay, so here's the example I'm trying to come up with. Okay, so let's say you're playing Syndra, okay, and your Q does this much, right?
Yeah.
And your ulti does this much. What happens if you ulti first and then Q?
Yeah, and you missed the Q.
Yeah, they're fucking scared. No, they start running, right? Because they're like, holy shit, I lost my health. What if you hit the Q first?
Yeah,
and then you ulti.
Then they're dead.
What are they thinking?
Well, I mean, they can't really think much because they're like instantly dead point and click.
Alright, but let's say the difference between let's say they get hit by ulti first. They're like, I'm scared,
Yeah, I mean,
right? They're losing
they're
their
way more scared at low HP than just getting hit by one Q. They're like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that idea running around too that can be very useful, right? So like honestly, I would say it's just hard to hit in the first place, but something like this, right? Okay, of course you hit. Wait, did you hit her earlier? Let me see.
I didn't hit Sarah.
I don't think you hit her earlier, right? So this it's just kind of similar example right here. she's turning away, no flash, slowed, right? That would
Yeah.
be, you would say that would be ideal, where
Yeah, true.
it's good to go for these, right? So the habit of you using it on cooldown is preventing you from being able to improve on this ability usage, right? Getting good ultis out, right? So that was really nice. Kill on Draven. Okay, very good, very good. Wow. Hey, we're all winning this. Okay, he is so doomed. Nice. This is Baron, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not Baron. You guys can't tank it, and you do no damage. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
no.
You can push. You base. You guys want to base? Okay, good. You probably want to pink here, but if you're buying boots, then it's okay. Or just say it's okay.
Yeah,
Usually you want to buy pink, right? But I think. Oh shit!
I usually. Yeah, they just randomly got Baron.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. I usually buy. I wouldn't say a lot of pinks, but probably more than other people in my rank.
You also want to at level 9. What kind of trinket do you want?
Blue trinket always.
And why though? Why? Because a lot of people are like, why is this this is useless?
Because if I had blue trinket, we wouldn't know they were on Baron, for example.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, you can see them on Baron without having a face check. So blue trinket is pretty strong if you use it correctly. Oh, you're so fucked. You do not want to eat in there. Yeah. So you see how like it's not just one specific thing that's holding you back. It's just like a combination of habits that are added. That basically they're all bringing up different mistakes.
Yeah, I also said earlier on stream, I don't expect to get like one finite answer. Like, yeah, do this differently and you're good. Well, obviously it's like more things that adds up. I was just wondering, like, that was on my last game.
Oh, okay. Is this another game down here?
Yeah, it is. I don't remember it though. Let me see.
This is a replay. Okay.
Yeah, go back for I don't know. Not the Vayne game. That's bad. Some other Ezreal game.
Another Ezreal game here. Let me see if we can. Sorry. Keep saying what you're saying.
Basically, I just know that obviously I make a lot of mistakes. Granted, I'm platinum. I've spent I really try to self-improve, but I can't really like point out what exactly I'm doing wrong. So I was just hoping for you to like point out about a bunch of like habits or whatever I'm doing wrong. So
right. So the first few that come to mind, like the most pressing one we would say is like let's say laning specific. We don't want you to walk up to auto attack anyone unless you have a good reason to do so, especially on Ezreal, right?
Okay.
And that's like the first habit. Like play according to your matchup as strict as possible before you start deviating from that. Right? You need to be able to do it clean before you can start coming up with exceptions on when to hit them or when to not hit them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's not that you can never hit Zyra. It's that the exception would be something very specific. Like Draven's too far away and Zyra's trying to hit your support. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But let's say a player always goes for something like that. They're gonna get baited when Zyra just throws an E at them instead, right? Instead of going for their support, right? So that's why like the basics are so important. Is that it has to be clean before you can start working on, exceptions to the basic stuff, right? And then let's say for mechanical ideas. You want to hold on to your abilities. Your E and your ulti, I think, are obviously going to be the most important for Ezreal. I think your Q and W are totally fine, right? I think you're just landing pretty much the ones you needed to land. It's just that your E usage and ulti usage could prevent you from finding opportunities. That's like the big one, where if you feel like you're not, like you said, how do I get these 5 kills? It's like by holding on to your ulti and your E and waiting for the right time. That's how you punish, right? And then after that, we would say something like, okay, maybe there's a problem with chasing. We only saw it once, but you don't really want to chase unless you have a way to catch up, right? So let's see. Let me show you a game I played, and if we have more time, I'll show you a game Bang played. We'll watch this and go back to your replay, and then we'll watch maybe the one Bang played, and it's all going to be very similar ideas. All right. So let me see if we can fast forward a little bit. All right. So this is laning phase, right? So this is the relevant part for you was we don't want to walk up to auto attack someone, right? Unless we have a good reason to do so. So do we have a reason to walk up and auto attack in this lane?
No.
Right. Well, I would agree. No. I would agree. It doesn't look great, right? So why did I do it here?
Because Thresh is like in Africa.
Well, look at this. Look at this. Who does more damage? Lucian W auto attack or Ezreal Q auto?
I think Lucian should do more damage actually, but I guess not.
Right. No. You're right. Right. So you could say this could be a mistake. Now, why did I do it?
Because you are still at higher max HP.
Yeah, exactly. I had more
Well,
HP
not
than him.
max
So,
HP, but-
and my Q auto trade is close enough to even, we would say. So
Okay.
he has no HP. I was like, okay, let me take away some more, right? And I was actually fishing for a potion too. If I got a health potion, he would be really upset.
Yeah, I see.
So we have a reason, right? There's a specific reason to do so, right? The important part is that it's not losing. It's not a losing
okay.
interaction, right? So, but besides that, you're not gonna see me walk up and hit people unless it's a mistake, right? So what are we doing instead?
Poking with Q and focusing on farm, I guess.
Right, we're just hitting minions, right? We're more specifically, we're just trying to push, right?
Yeah.
It's less about last hitting and more about wave management. Okay, how did I hit this guy here? What do you think?
Can you play back?
Sure.
You see him going for your minion, and then you like start out attacking him before he last hits it.
Right, and then since his auto attack's on cooldown, he can't hit me back, right?
Yeah.
So that would be
exactly.
like an exception to you can play outside your matchup, right? Which is we don't necessarily want to trade with this guy, but he got punished for going for a minion, so
Like,
can-
I feel like I'm decent at doing that when I'm playing Caitlyn because of her range. So like whenever an enemy is going for a cannon minion, I can free auto. But I mean, obviously I'm not that great at it. I'm trying.
it's very much a it's not necessarily something you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that was self-explanatory, right? We're specifically targeting his hook with our E. Otherwise, we're not really using it. Let me see if we can find. Let's keep going. Let's get past this stuff. Okay, actually, we can watch a little bit of this because I think this is spicy. He just died.
I was about to say I would have eaten to proc the W.
Right. Okay, let's talk about this. Right here. Why did I wait so long?
Wait, go again. Was he silenced when you hit the W, or did you wait for the silence?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the silence.
Okay.
But he was
then
silenced. He was actually silenced.
Were you waiting for Lucian to go backwards? I don't know.
Like let's watch this. How long do I have to Ian if I want to make a decision?
About like for how long the W is active, or like what do you mean?
Like what's my window of opportunity here? Do I like need to go right now?
No.
Right. So when you have a choice and you're not sure, I didn't know this is good. Right. If I E in here, it's not guaranteed to be good. Right. Because let's say let's pause here and say what happens if you E in here.
Well, you could get either flayed or hooked. I don't know.
Right. What's Lucian's first response? I guess.
Definitely hitting you like with all this shit.
And what else? Is important.
Heal.
Yes, heal. Okay. So if he heals, can I kill him?
No.
So if I E in here, we're so fucked, right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. I'm not sure.
That's definitely a thing I'm horrible at. Like I don't even think about it for a split second. I hit that W and I instantly E in to try and kill him.
Exactly. So this is where patience comes into play. Where
Okay.
if you're not sure, don't execute. Right? You don't have to execute. It's not that we have to. Consistency doesn't come from punishing every possible mistake. It comes from making sure every time you punish, you're not making a mistake, and you're not getting punished yourself. Right? So I didn't know until it was super free, and then I went for it. Right?
Yeah.
Until I thought it was impossible to lose. So the difference is that I just waited. Right? Let's say I couldn't find it, I'll just walk back and keep pushing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I feel like maybe I'm just scared of missing the opportunity. I think.
Right. That's good to talk about because in this game, out of everyone I've seen and coached, you're the only players that have missed opportunities are the ones who are very new at the game.
Okay.
The 99% of the mistakes are you go too fast and you just die.
Okay.
Right. Like
Well,
you literally you go at the first thing you see. Right. That's how most players play. Is they literally go at the first opportunity they see, and it was just a fake. It was just a joke. Like it doesn't actually exist yet. It wasn't actually possible until like a few seconds later. So let me see if we can see some more examples. But this landing is pretty they're pretty doomed essentially. Like you didn't see me walk up and hit him at all, right?
No.
Except when he wanted a CS. Let's fast forward. Let's go to out of lane stuff because I think that's important.
Yep.
The mechanical ideas are important. Okay, let's watch this. Actually, hold up. What happened to my ulti? Let's watch ulti too. Okay, this is interesting.
With the nerf, the Ezreal, do you ever ult to clear the wave?
No. You don't use it to touch minions. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I? That was pretty bad, right?
I mean, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I was looking for Lucian there, but he already based. So
yeah. Okay.
I was trying to hit him. I was trying to hit him so I could take the tower since he was too low.
Yeah.
But that was pretty bad. You don't want to use it like that.
Oh,
but
wait,
at least we
also,
had a specific idea there. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I just remembered that the guy in my chat, he told me to ult like when the fight is about to start, just to get easy passive stacks, like instantly get 5 stacks.
If you can hit 5 people, that's amazing, right? Of course,
Yeah.
right. But usually speaking,
that's probably like minions and like
that's not
Diana
realistic.
or whatever.
Yeah. That's not average. We're looking for most fights you can use it well, right? In most fights, you're not gonna hit a bunch of people for the Ezreal passive stacks, right? That's not really gonna happen, right? You're gonna use it to kill someone in the backline, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this. This is probably pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think of my E usage there?
You used it to stay in range of Senshao.
Was it good, bad? What do you think?
Well, I had a bit of doubt when I saw like the whole enemy team walking out of the bush. But I mean, I think it's not that great of a use.
Yeah,
right?
I would agree. It's not good. Right. We want to use it to dodge something or kill someone. And when you look at this picture, he's not dead. So
yeah,
that's how you know, right? So this kind of stuff. Like if you go back and watch a replay, this is like you can kind of watch anyone's replay and be like, this is what you think a good usage of E is or isn't good usage of, and then you can go back and say, okay, what should I have done instead? I should have held on to it, right?
Yeah.
But
I see.
we weren't punished, thank God. So
yeah, because Thresh hooked Yasuo instead.
And then what about this ulti?
You use it to just try and hit as many as you can, I guess. Like the ult was kind of unnecessary. I think you should couldn't you just auto Senshao and just?
Well, unnecessary. Hold up.
Well, I mean, you're hitting 2 full HP targets and you're killing Senshao anyway. I don't know. I mean, you're not gonna win the 1v3 anyway, are you?
Wait, what do you mean? Why not?
Well, because they're full HP. I don't know.
Okay, this is good to talk about. All right, so let's say there's a 4v5 going on, right? Let's say a teammate gets caught. There's a Baron fight. There's a 4v5. Why is it that the team with 4 people isn't guaranteed to lose?
Because something like insanely crazy can happen. Or whatever.
Yes, okay, something crazy like 5-man Oriolty, right? 5-man Oriolty, something like that, right? So we can kind of define this as some kind of big value happens. Right, or maybe someone gets picked off, right? They get one shot, I don't know, and turns into a 4v4. But usually speaking, some insane thing happens. Like, so let's say for our team, it'd be like, oh, massive fiddle ulti, 5-man, one shot Yasuo or Lee Sin kick, anything like that, right? So that's like, how good was the value on your abilities? Usually ulti. Yeah. So in this case, how was the value on my ulti here?
Well, pretty decent. I mean, you get a lot of damage off.
Right, we would say it's pretty good. Right.
Yeah.
And this guy's already dead, so that's how we know that. We did a lot of damage to non-tanks. Let's say ulti is extremely good against backline, right? So let's say this is a really good usage of ulti. Is that you hit multiple people and you're in the middle of a fight and they're non-tanks, right? If you hit a tank, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah,
right?
It doesn't no damage. Yeah.
We'd say it's really good because hitting one person we would say is good for your ulti, right? So see how the damage becomes relevant, right? For the both of them.
See.
And we didn't really have another opportunity we wouldn't have another opportunity to use it probably. I mean, we could have held on to it, but hitting 2 people is pretty much maximum value that we're going to get, right?
Yeah, I see. Okay.
And then how about that E?
You used it to finish him off and get away from set.
Right. So,
So,
that was good,
Yeah,
right? Let's say.
yeah, that was all good. Yeah.
All right, we need to kill someone. All right, let's fast forward. Okay, this is different, but okay, this is different. This is not something you need to worry about yet. But why am I not afraid of getting ulted here?
Getting ulted by set.
Yeah.
It's a very good question. I mean, Fiddlesticks is like right behind you, so you can fear him, but I don't know if that's it.
All right. So what's the plan?
Well, if you also, you're just gonna eat back towards Fiddlesticks.
Okay, let's watch. Oh, surprise, right? Okay, he channel ulti. That was not very good, but I survived somehow. So I thought he was just gonna straight fear the fiddle. I mean, the fear the Zed. So
Yeah.
but that was the plan. It was not bad. All right, let's fast forward. You don't necessarily have to do stuff like that yet. So
No.
yeah, let's fast forward. Let me see some fighting. Okay, let's watch this. So what do you notice about this fight?
High value ultimate and aggressive E is most of what I
Okay, the
noticed.
ulti is max value, would say, right?
Yeah.
This is what we want your ultis to look like. This will win you
Yeah.
games, right? That's what we're looking for here, right?
Yeah.
And then this E is that a one shot? Do you think we're killing him here?
Well, I mean, I think you're killing him, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, we're killing him here. So that's what I want you to think. All right, your E is you're literally gonna kill them right now. So we would say that was pretty fast. We would say that's average. Like that's how fast you need to kill them when you use your E.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Instant is better, but you can't always get instant. And then ulti is hit as many high value targets as possible. Right.
Yep. Okay.
That was it. I was just E usage and ulti usage, right?
Mhm.
That's all we're looking for in these Ezreal team fights. It's like anyone can use Q and W, right?
Yeah.
But using
okay.
your E and ulti properly is really hard. So let's keep going. Let's
Okay.
keep going. Is there anything else? Let's fast forward here. Okay, I think they just forfeit. Okay, they just forfeited. But let's go back. Let's go back to your replay and see if we can still come up with similar / different habits that we've been seeing, right? Like here, for example. Why did I back this up already?
Because I could have a better position to last it while not getting hit by W.
Right. So why didn't you do
Bran.
that in game? That's always the question.
Yeah, I
What habit?
don't know.
What's the habit here?
Well, prioritizing CS, I guess.
Yes. So
By prioritizing.
you try to you're so focused on you're basically like no matter what happens, you're gonna right click this minion.
Yeah.
And he
probably.
knows that. So he's just gonna throw an
Yeah.
ability at you, right? That's like the habit is that you're prioritizing you're so focused on what you're trying to do that he has a way to stop you. Or he has a
Yeah.
way to punish you. So
Yeah.
another habit you can come up here or that you can work on is something like you want to look at what your opponent's doing before you execute on your plan here.
So, what I should have done instead? Should I have went more to the right? Or
Oh
what
yeah,
should I
you
have done?
can auto cancel, like you literally pretend to auto attack. He's gonna throw the W no matter what, right? He's so convinced that you're gonna get this CS that you can debate his W.
So, is it worth dodging the W just to miss the CS?
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, unless
Okay.
it's a cannon, then sometimes you have to take the hit, or even then sometimes
that's
you
an
can
AD
dodge it,
carry
right?
talking right there, unless it's a cannon.
Yeah, maybe if it's a cannon, that's debatable, but it's never worth to get hit essentially because when you get hit, it's gonna prevent you from getting CS in the future. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yeah, I know
that's
what
the
you're
idea.
saying.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I think you should have hit him here, but that's kind of awkward. Okay, sure. Oh, Q to the face, nice. All right, let's fast forward. Okay. We could talk about this section. Okay, so you mentioned you wanted to work on laning, right?
Yeah.
So for laning ideas, where do you want the wave in this lane? Let's just pretend it's 2v2. What is considered winning? What is considered winning?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I want the wave to be pushing, right? Or like, well, no. I don't actually know what the fuck I want the wave to do. She.
Okay, so come up with what are the three basic areas the wave could be in?
Well, towards your tower, in the middle, or towards that tower.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Hold on. Let's talk about this too. Actually, no. We'll shelve that one. We'll talk about that one next. So it's under your tower, in the middle, or under their tower, right?
Yeah.
So let's take the first one. If it's under your tower, what's gonna happen next?
Well, I'm just gonna seize the wave on a turret and
Okay.
hopefully land poke.
Okay.
But I'm at the same time going to be poked under my turret.
Right. You're gonna get poked on the turret, basically. You're not.
Yeah.
How can you look for poke when you're trying to CS? Essentially.
Yeah,
So,
true. Yeah, true.
what about in the middle?
It's just like kind of even, like we poke back and forth, and we see us.
Right. Right. And it's also we're looking for bindings back and forth and stun back and
Yeah.
forth. Right. I mean, I think you might have the advantage with Lux binding, but whatever. And then how about under their tower?
Well, we can poke for free, and they have to see us.
Yeah, you just throw shit at them, right? That's so.
Mhm.
Which of these three is the best?
Having it on the that's right.
Ah, okay, yeah. So we
Okay.
want it under their tower. How do we get it under their tower?
By pushing the wave.
Okay, and then how do we push the wave as hard as possible?
Well, auto attacking of like keep auto attacking and use abilities. right?
Exactly. All right. So let's.
I
back up.
actually did like spam ping the wave and like assist and spam ping the wave for Lux to help me push.
She doesn't need. She doesn't need to help you push.
Yeah,
Right? That's not
okay.
her job. Her job is trying to hit them. Right. So
I asked her to help me shove, and she ended up muting me because of that. I didn't even say it in a toxic way. I just I don't even know, dude. Like she ended up muting me because I asked to.
that's fine.
asked
Sometimes
her
it
to
happens.
help.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we're watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could auto attack a bit more. Yeah.
All right. You want to queue minions when there's nothing else going on, right?
Mhm.
Or you can even throw it at them and there's a minion in the way just to make them flinch. All right.
Okay.
And you also get the push and your Q cooldown comes back. So it's like it's not bad at all. So if
Okay.
we watch the Bang replay, that's exactly what you're gonna see.
So Q wave a bit more often. Or?
Right. He Qs a wave often if he can't find if they're just hiding behind their minions, right? He needs to push, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll attack the wave as much as possible, essentially. And then okay, this is
Okay.
getting kind of awkward. But they're the ones shoving into you, so that sucks.
Okay, I see.
But let's fast forward. Yeah, you never really need your support to help unless they base and you need to push in, right? And then your
Okay,
support
well,
uses abilities on the wave.
That's a huge misconception I have then, because
Uh-oh.
I always thought that you needed your support to help.
It's not. It's
Or
like it's
not
nice.
or not that you needed it, but it's just very nice. to have
Yeah,
them
it's
help
not. I
you.
mean, it's nice. They're a ranged champion. They can hit the wave.
Yeah.
But in solo queue, you can literally. You want to be self-sufficient, right? You can literally do it all by yourself. Because
Yeah,
look,
okay.
look at what Brand's doing right now. What is he doing? He's not doing anything, right?
He's
So
literally AFK.
yeah, it's just you and Vayne messing with the wave. So
Yeah, I
look at
see.
this. He's not touching anything. So you don't really need Lux's help
Oh,
to do
okay.
any of this. So okay, hold up. How come you're out of mana though? What's going on here? Are you taking biscuits?
Yeah, I mean I have biscuits, yeah, but
Oh, okay. I know why. This is the part I wanted to
just-
talk about. We skipped over. Okay,
I
this is a
eat way too much.
common. No. This is a common pattern. Right
Okay.
here. What's the pattern here?
I try to fight even though my support is like in Africa.
Let me draw a line for you right here. Okay, what is this?
That's where the minion waves.
Okay, where's your wave?
Non-existent.
Okay, so what's the problem here?
Trying to trade or trying to trade in their wave, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna face tank their wave. So
Mhm.
your only choice is to run backwards. So how easy
Yeah.
is it for a brand to hit you?
Very easy.
Yeah, you just throw shit at you and then you have to use your E and you run out of mana, right? So that's why you have no mana here. Is because
Okay.
and you also took some damage, which is kind of awkward, right? Is
Yeah.
that there's just this is the kind of stuff that's like there is 0% chance for you to have a winning interaction here, especially
Yeah,
with no
okay.
jungle, right? If your
Yeah.
jungle's here, this is still losing. Why? Let's back it up. If your jungle is in this bush, this is still losing. Why is that?
Because they can easily retreat, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, true. You know, you're not gonna get anything out of this, but what else?
I take way too much damage.
No. Think about worst case scenario.
Well, I die before my jungler comes in.
There's an even worse case scenario, and you can also prevent that if you let's say you guys play it well, right, and you go for a gank here, and if it's
Okay.
3v2, you kill them in the gank.
Sorry, repeat.
If it's 3v2, your team has 3 people because you have a jungle.
Yeah.
This is free, all right? Let's pretend that's the case. Why is
Okay.
this not free sometimes?
W-
Like if your jungle is ganking,
Well, their junglers can be ganking too. I
okay,
guess. Like,
and where would their jungle be if he's not here?
well, he would either be lane ganking or coming from Tribush.
Yeah, exactly. So he can come in, he can come in late, he can go around. So this is 3v3. So we'd say it's not good,
Yeah.
right? But I would also say that 3v2 you can't kill them anyways. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's how you know that this is zero. Like no matter what happens, this is never gonna work. Right?
Okay.
That's the idea. It's just you always 9 times out of 10 when you see this picture is pushing in, don't face tank it. Right?
Okay.
You just
Yeah,
wanna,
well, I want to say I usually don't, but I mean I guess that's wrong.
right? Because if you see it once, that means you do it every game, pretty much. Right.
Yeah, true.
You do it every time you see this picture. Like one time shows that you weren't thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One time shows that you don't have the habit of not doing it. Right.
Yeah.
And we want that habit to be as solid as possible before you work on anything else. So, okay, this is kind of awkward. You just have no HP and mana because of what happens in lane. So basically, if there's laning stuff you want to work on, it's a bunch of habits that'll help you have a consistent lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stuff like knowing if you want to push in lane or not, and making sure. Okay, let's just say for now you want to push unless their support jungle combo is insane. So let's say it's like Thresh Elise, Thresh Rammus. Okay, you can't push because you're gonna die, right? But if you can push and not die, then you want to do that, right?
Okay.
And the second easy band-aid fix is don't walk up to auto attack someone.
Okay.
Right? Unless your matchup tells you can. As Ezreal, that's not really gonna happen, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then the third thing is when you're focused on pushing or last hitting or anything, your first job is to look at what the support's gonna do.
Okay. Sure.
Right. And that's all you care about. You just look at him. That's the easy way to do it. Is you look at him and it's easy to know what he's gonna do. Right. That was a nice dodge.
Thank you.
Oh, this is doomed, right? Oh, that was so close. Wait, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Wait, Lux missed everything, lands Ignite E, and then this Vayne is dying.
Yeah,
Wait,
feels
what
good,
the
dude.
fuck? Yeah, feels good.
League of
man.
Legends.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, whatever. Ignite is so insane. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, river fight. Don't E in. Oh, you know what? If you hit that, that's not bad. But I would not have E'd in.
I was so greedy to get like an assist or kill that I didn't really think that much about it.
Yeah. Like, let's say, remember our opportunity idea and patience.
Yeah.
Right. So, what would have happened if you just stood here? What would have happened if you just stood here?
Well, I could have waited and like see how it turned out. Right?
Yeah, you can always wait. All right, that's what I want you to
Yeah.
think, and then you can hit the blast cone and then Ian or something like that. I don't know, but you want to be patient. All right.
I remember in the moment I was so scared she was gonna die before I got the assist, so I just like rushed it.
Yeah, you don't need to. Don't worry about like getting assists or whatever. It's like, you want to keep it clean. I think is the way to go. All right. It's like it isn't like you getting the assist is not really going to matter. Your team, the fact that your team killed the jungle is already good, right? You don't need to like possibly compromise the fight by trying to get the assist. You know what I mean?
It just lagged out. I DC'd, I think. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying how you don't want to possibly compromise the fight by trying to get the assist.
Yeah.
You're like forcing it. You're like, I need to get it, so you're trying to like get in there. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
if you wait, it's still winning. If you wait, it can be winning for your team, right?
Yeah.
So okay, this is just awkward because Bren's just there, so that's not good. You guys are dead as hell. I'm pretty sure you're dead as hell. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm hell.
Okay, that's just like a this is just a common trick. Anytime they're out of vision, they're here, right?
Yeah, assume the worst.
Yeah. You know, so I'm not too worried about this one. TBH.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Any questions, by the way, from?
Not really. Let me see. Oh, I actually do have a question. But that's for mid game.
Okay. Let's fast forward. So basically, the whole laning phase is basically the sum of your laning phase has been okay. Let's watch his ulti. This ended up not being bad, but I would still not go for this.
Yeah, they grouped up in it, so I mean.
Why would I not go for this?
Well, first of all, I don't touch the W because of it. And
okay, I guess that's true.
And second of all, like you talked to me, well, like you told me before, like the same reason. So like have it for whenever it's like a guaranteed hit on someone who's low instead of just doing like you kind of useless damage.
Right. And I know in our matchup, when would we need it specifically?
To when we hit the bind, yeah, when we hit the binding.
Yeah, when you hit the binder, you can't kill someone without his ulti. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I mean, you got lucky that you hit Brand, but this Vayne is just gonna auto attack like twice, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like she's already back to full HP before you can do anything. So that's the problem here. Is this kind of idea is like you're playing without an ulti the whole game.
Yeah.
Every time you do this, so your ulti is worth much more than that. Oh, okay, you're gonna get run down if you're not careful. All right, let's run. Ah, you based? What'd you base here?
I don't know. I have no gold. I don't know why I'm basing. As you can see, I'm a little upset. I think so. I didn't really think much about it. I don't think so.
I guess a general rule of thumb is you base first if you have to, and otherwise you prefer to not lose waves to your tower, right?
Okay.
And that'll help with the CSing, I think. Okay, so we have the mid game stuff. Let's push this out. Sure, you're afraid of Vayne because she's gonna kill you. Oh, what the hell? She ultied. Monk had S. You almost died there. Whoa, hold up. You keep basing for no reason. What's going on here?
Well,
why are you basing here?
I have enough gold for my mana immune, so I think that's why I'm basing.
Okay. That's not bad actually. We'll say it's fine. Usually speaking though,
like don't you want to base when you can get like
it's actually an important item. So this is actually we'll consider this to be fine. But you always want to push out when possible, and you just saw Vayne use ulti and your team's bot side. So it's like an indicator that they're trying to do something here, right?
Yeah.
So anytime your team is trying to do something, you wanna stay with them or you backping them because you're not gonna be on the map.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Like say when you look what's going on here, I don't know what's going on bot, but you guys, maybe there's dragon opportunities or something's going on here. So okay, fast forward. You want to push mid, right? Oh, Monka S.
I end up killing her, but still.
Oh. Nice, very nice. That was good. That's good. What allowed you to do this? What do you think? Like you didn't know she was there, right?
No, I had no clue.
So how do you repeat this in a different game?
Well, I knew before the fight started I had both my sums and a turret near me, but and also that I had Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's basically it. You just listed all the reasons, right? You have heal and flash, so you're theoretically okay here, right? You do this every time, you win every time. But if you want to like set it up next time, like purposely bait, then you would need this is the stuff you need to know beforehand, right? You're like, oh, okay, I have flash and heal, so that's good. It was good. Unintentional bait, but it was good.
Unintentional, but good. Feels good, man.
It's okay as long as you can do it unintentionally. You can always repeat it, right? I mean, if you're gonna die here, but that's totally fine. You broke the base.
Yeah, so I died for the tower.
That's pretty worth, I would say. All right, fast forward. Sure, you can do Grom. Okay, you need to run after you push this. Hold up. Why are you not scared here? Oh, okay, Riven was down here.
Yeah.
Sure. Fast forward. You want to help Riven here? Oh, she's dead as fuck. Don't help Riven here. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Same thing, right? Same thing. You need that. You need the ulti. You need the ulti. Right, you gotta stop using it. I think it's
this looks so goddamn boosted, dude.
You just need to not use it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, same thing here with your E as well. Just like stop using these abilities, I think is a good way to put it. Remember, very specific reasons to use your E and your ulti, and anything other than that is most likely a mistake. Not always a mistake, but most likely. Right.
Yeah.
Because in most cases, you do not need to use it other than those few reasons. So like we said, E is to kill someone, dodge something. Ulti is guaranteed hit. You're gonna do something important with it, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna ulti soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That's kind of awkward.
I
mean, yeah. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Gotcha.
It's your playmaking tool. Your E and your ulti is your playmaking tool. That's what I want you to think, right?
Yeah. Okay.
E, ulti, and flash. Okay. Oh my! How about this? What do you think? How is this ulti?
Yeah, this is a guaranteed hit.
That was great, right?
So yeah.
Look at that. That was free as hell, right? That's what we're looking for. That's
Hell yeah,
exactly what
dude.
we're looking for. He can't move. Look how much damage it did, dude. All right.
Nice.
So this is what you're looking for, right? That was insane.
What do you think about the sock shoes on Ezreal?
Oh yeah, you don't want to get that. That doesn't make sense.
Really?
Yeah. You have better
Why?
things to buy. You have Lucidity. You can buy Berserkers. You can buy Merc Treads. You can buy Ninja Tabbies. If you want damage, you go attack speed, right? So
Really?
yeah. Like, let me see. I don't think anyone does this. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I think it's like a Korean thing. They go sock shoes instead of
Maybe it's
Greater
because
than
the
King.
new W. Let's see.
Yeah.
What does Stitch do? Okay, he's getting Tabbies.
Instead of Blade Throwing King, they go Gunblade, and instead of like whatever boots, they go sock shoes.
I'm not really seeing it though. Let's see.
Guess
Who else
not.
plays AD? That's an interesting idea, but
Yeah,
with
the
this,
two sock shoes right there.
Interesting idea. But I haven't seen it often, so.
No, okay.
If you're going like, I guess if you're going like Gunblade, if you're going like this Archangel's Gunblade idea, it's probably not bad, right? So you can do some,
I
like,
mean, it does a
one-shot
shitload of
ideas.
damage.
Yeah,
It does so
yeah.
much goddamn damage.
So you can look for it. It's probably not the worst, but
I mean, when you get sock shoes, like your ulti at level 6 does so much damage
yeah,
because
you
of
have hella magic pen, huh?
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
I'll test this. I'll let you know.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean,
It's probably not bad.
The ultimate feels so much better having soak shoes. But yeah, in like heavy AD matchups, I go Tabby, and heavy CC, I go Mercs, obviously.
Right. Okay, hold up.
But if I don't feel like I need it, I go Merc. Oh, soak.
This game has been pretty interesting with less team fights. Okay, look at these ulti usage. This is really good. This is like what we wanted to see. This is what you want every time.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Stuff like this. All right. So you got his Sterex for free, I guess. Well, not for free, but you got his Sterex.
Yeah, I know what you're
where
saying.
otherwise your team would not have gotten him. I don't know why you're coming back around for this, but you're not gonna get this guy.
No,
This
I'm
guy's
probably
gonna
gonna
get you.
die.
Oh, you are so fucked. I don't know why he turned around. He actually had you.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. No?
Yeah,
No
he probably
E?
had
No
me, yeah.
W? I'm confused. Let me watch. E is literally up in like 2 seconds. He also has W, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I think
he
so.
just used W.
Yeah, he did. Okay,
He
so no
definitely
W.
has E. I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, no clue.
whatever. Fast forward. All right, I guess you guys just win. Okay, hold up. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Looking at the map, I have nothing to do down there. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think you're just dying here.
I'm 100% on autopilot right there. I have no clue what I'm
no,
doing.
You're just dying here. So yeah, you don't want to use your E, right? So if we look at mechanical ideas, it's all gonna be the same. Okay.
Mhm.
Hold on to your E, hold on to your ulti, and then if they're the only like team fighting mistake we saw in the last replay was that you're just chasing, right? When you don't want to chase. All right. So
Can you go back to me? Can you go back to me going butt side?
Let me see. Like when you die to Vi?
Yeah. Like right here. Wait, no, wait. That's the red light play.
That's not here. That's not here
Yeah.
yet. Base, and you come here. Okay, what should you do? Right, that's the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, what should I have done right now? Because my whole team is in base.
Yeah,
There are no objectives. Like, should I just take enemy jungle, my jungle?
yeah,
what should I
that
do?
sounds. I mean, your first instinct is good, right? You're just trying to make as much money as possible, right?
Yeah.
So that's totally fine. Take the jungle.
Okay.
So the problem. I mean, you can come up with this immediately. So that's all you have to do is just think about it in game, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know where you're going here, but you just
I mean,
take the
that
whole
was-
jungle and then you're really happy.
It takes a lot of focus when I'm like streaming and reading chat and so on. So sometimes I go on autopilot and just run random places, I guess.
Yeah, it feels
Feels
bad,
bad.
man. So I would
Yeah.
say there are a bunch of different habits you could work on. So my suggestion would be like have one for lane, have one for like the ones you want to work on in a game is like have one for lane, have one for mechanics, and have one for out of lane. So what I
Okay.
mean by that is like in lane, you know how we talked about you don't want to walk up to auto tag / look at what the enemy team is doing / ask yourself if you want to push. Work on one of those for laning
Yeah.
phase.
Okay.
Like for every game until it's perfect, right? Or as close to perfect as possible.
Yeah, I'm writing all this down.
Right.
by the
And then
way,
for
so yeah.
mechanics, it's literally just E or ulti. You don't have to do both because it might be hard. But the band-aid fix is just don't use it. And then when you need to use it, it's really obvious, right? I'll just say the most important one is the ulti. I think you're playing without an ulti half the time. And then for like out of lane stuff, what was the big one we saw? Besides the chasing, I feel like there was another one.
Hmm.
Was there another one? There probably. I mean, maybe there wasn't another
Not
one.
sure.
Maybe out of lane is fine. But if there is stuff like you want to like whatever you want to work on, essentially is like
Yeah.
mechanics could be considered out of lane if you want to double down on that, or something like look at the map before you fight, like you mentioned. That could be one you want to work on. But I do think that if you can make the laning cleaner and the mechanics cleaner, a lot of these mistakes are gonna disappear.
Yeah. Okay.
So
How did you put it? Like, how you want to use your E when it's 100% kill or?
yes, you're gonna kill someone or dodge something.
Okay.
That's all I need to think. Kill someone or dodge something, and that's it.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
There are exceptions late game, like you can E in auto attack to do like 80% of someone's health, and that's worth because even though it's not killing them, it's so good that it's fine. But that doesn't happen often anymore. So kill someone or dodge something and keep it clean. Like
Yeah.
if you do those two things, you can't go wrong with your E usage.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say work on those kinds of those two habits at the very least. I would say.
Okay.
Right.
So
Laning stuff and ability usage for
Yeah.
mechanical ideas.
Okay, got it. I've written it all down, so that should be nice.
Nice.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Like in mid game, like I feel like my CSing is decent in lane. I usually have like around 8 per minute, 8 or 9 per minute
Mm-hmm.
in lane. But when I get out of lane, like let's say we get first top bot lane, and I want to rotate top lane, to get either Herald or tier 1 turret top lane. My top laner doesn't want to swap or whatever, and he takes a CS. Or my mid laner doesn't want to go somewhere, so when I go to mid to try and get the turret, 6 just insta clears the wave, and I can't CS in any way. But if I go bot and try and CS, I'm not gonna like get turrets or get objectives.
It's
So, I
fine
don't know,
to if your team refuses to swap. It's fine to stay bot, right?
Really?
Because let's say you guys already got dragon and you already took the tower, and your team refuses to swap. You can still push bot and then rotate mid, right?
Okay.
To maybe look for something mid if they're face tanking, or you can poke them at the tower or something, or you can even take jungle camps if you're strong, right? It's not that the reason why people swap top and mid is because you're more likely to get something if you do that. But let's say your team absolutely refuses to do that. You don't want to share a lane with them. That's like worst case scenario, right? It's fine to just hard push bot, and then you can find something at the second tower, right? Maybe you can control the enemy jungle bot side, right?
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, or maybe you can just 1v2 while your team 5v4 is top side. I don't know, right? But it's better than sharing a lane, right? Like you said, if Ziggs just waves clears mid, you guys are doing nothing mid. So
yeah, exactly. Because I've run into that so many times where I'm like, okay, we got the first turret bot lane, nice. Bottom top swap so we can get turret, and my support either just runs down bot, or my top laner stays top lane, and I'm like, okay, so what's the play now? I have no clue.
Right, exactly. So if you have no clue, then your goal mid game is what as an AD carry?
Gold.
Yeah, so you just go anywhere to make as much money as possible. So if people are staying in their own lanes, okay, fine. We're just gonna farm bot. That's fine, right?
Okay. Yep.
So
nice. Well, was that it? Because I'm immune.
Yes. Any other questions or?
No, not really. Usually, like after games, I'm really not that high on the damage meters. I don't know. That's probably just because of the like ability usage.
Yeah, I think you're just missing. I think you just have no ulti. That's part of it, right?
Yeah,
from what we saw, that's definitely I think a big part of it is that you literally have no ability, or if you use your E incorrectly, you're gonna end up not only you're gonna miss an opportunity of killing someone, but they're also gonna kill you, so you can't do any damage, right? So it could be don't worry about the damage chart, like that's pretty much meaningless. If like playing well as a whole, sure, will get you damage charts sometimes, but a lot of times, you could play really well and you have low damage, and that's fine, right? Maybe you were baiting the whole time, or maybe you were finding Baron plays, or who knows, right? You don't necessarily have to have high damage to win games. So
okay, gotcha.
Alrighty, nice. Cool. Any last questions before we wrap it up?
I can't. No.
Alrighty. If you do have questions / clips you want to send me and be like, what should I have done here, then feel free to send it my way. Otherwise, I'll upload this to YouTube and send you the link so that you can watch it on your own again. So
yeah, nice. Yeah, I can. Yeah, nice. Thank you.
No problem. Feel free to hit me up with any questions. Let me know how your games are going.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try out that build now.
Hell yeah. I mean, it feels pretty damn it feels pretty sweet,
Nice.
I would say.
All right, cool. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they
thank you.
go.
Hell yeah, I will.
Have a good night.
Take care. Nice, you too.